Todd Bensman, who spent nearly a decade as a counterintelligence officer for the state of Texas and is now at the Center for Immigration Studies, told One American News the Mexican government facilitated migrants getting to the American border.
I went into Mexico to assess what the Mexicans were doing with the caravanners. They had detained almost 2,000 migrants from Central America inside an old ceramics factory there.
In the second week of February, Bensman entered the factory in Piedras Negras, roughly 130 miles from San Antonio, and across from the official border crossing on the Rio Grande at Eagle Pass, Texas. This sector of the border was not a common sector for migrants, he said.
It's a very unusual place for the caravan to have shown up. People still are unclear as to why the caravan came there, except that it's a fairly thinly guarded border.
One of the migrants he met there had been deported and was on his way back to the U.S., he said.
Alex Torres was an English-speaking migrant from El Salvador who told me that he grew up in Indiana. He was deported about a year ago back to El Salvador. He would not tell me why he was deported.
In response to the caravan, the Pentagon deployed 200 troops to back up federal, state, and local law enforcement at Eagle Pass as they braced for a mass swim across the Rio Grande River. Then the Mexican government made the next move.
The Mexican government held them there for about 10 days. There were riots inside, there were disturbances, and the Mexican government, for its own reasons, decided to close that factory and move every single person in there out. They gave them visas, work visas, to stay and live in Mexico, and then gave them bus tickets to various cities in northern Mexico.
With legal status in Mexico, there was no reason for the Mexican government to detain the migrants, and nothing to stop them from crossing into America at other locations where U.S. military and law enforcement was not waiting for them, such as they were at Eagle Pass.
Instead of a fire hose aimed at one spot on the border, it'd be more like a sprinkler system.
Roughly 100 migrants from this caravan were collected at the border town of Eagle Pass, and nearly all of them were processed for asylum shortly after the Mexican government handed out bus tickets to the border. As the law stands now, there is no way for the federal government to keep out migrants from Central America if they are requesting asylum. Neil W. McCabe, One America News, Washington.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.